Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Welcome to another episode of the Musing Menchaca Show. This is episode 30. Episode 30 of Musing Menchaca. So, I am your host, Luis Menchaca. So, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, share us with your friends, and subscribe for more content. You can follow me on Twitter at Chakalaka88. Troy is at Bracy Troy21.
Yes, sir.
Daniel at Dan.
0777.
See, I gotta memorize that hoe. God damn it. I gotta get such a.
It's gonna be up there on the show.
Yeah, it's all the Twitter handles are on screen, of course. Yes, got you taken care of, bro. All right. So let's see here. You can follow me on Twitter, Chakalaka88, PSN, Nintendo Network, XBL, Twitch, all Chakalaka88, all across the board. Easy to remember. And remember, you can leave a comment for any suggestions for topics, reactions to anything that's said, or feedback for the show. And find me on iTunes. The link is in the description as well. And anything else? Oh, yeah. boomchakalaka4@gmail.com for anything, any reactions or anything you want to suggest for the show. Give you an on-camera shout-out. That's all what's up. All right. So to my right, we got the hood dork, Troy.
Troy Bracy here. Fuck with me.
All right. And rounding out the table, we got someone new to the Musing of Menchaca Show, new to this YouTube channel altogether, Dan the Man, or just call him the Man, Daniel Benavides.
And I'm in this building.
All right, make sure to talk into the mic. Make sure to be like straight up so you can be heard. You can reposition the mic if you want, so that way you can.
Yeah, we in there now.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to make sure you're heard. You know, you don't want to be like a woman, be like seen but not heard.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. I see where this is going.
All right, so let's see.
You know
here.
what show this is.
Shit. We can make my notes here. Call Daniel a bitch. What's today's date? What's today's date?
20th.
20. Gotta put my notes in for
20th.
editing. That's what else. Anyways, so before we get into topics, though, we gotta make sure I give a shout out to Smash or Pass 2016. So last year in June, we did a tournament for Smash Brothers, Smash or Pass 2015, aptly named. So we had a cool little bracket thing going on. It was live stream. It was like for 9 hours. We went in there. We cooked out. We all had fun. Picture on screen, maybe some video on screen I'll put up where I just annotate to some of the live stream. It was legit. I have it archived on the channel. You can go scroll down if you want. So Smash or Pass 2016 is coming back for a second year. It's going to be on June 18th. We already have a date announced. I'm going to cut a trailer together. It's going to be popping. I'm gonna
win that.
Oh yeah, Daniel's gonna enter.
I missed it last year.
You heard it here first. Daniel is confirmed to attend. We're gonna try to get. We're gonna get. Oh no, actually no. I'm sorry, but Tipsy banned Little Mac. It's a fact. I can't. Trust me. I argued with Tipsy. Tipsy and Joel and I are co-running it. The three of us are running the tournament, and I was outvoted 1-2. They voted Cloud, Bayonetta, Corrin, the Me Fighters, Little Mac, and one more person, Ryu, as banned.
What?
A band. And trust me, I didn't want any bans at all whatsoever. Also, our team damage will be turned off for doubles. Sucks. Didn't want that either. But anyways, so yeah, but we're writing the rules out. We're getting the list together, and it's gonna be popping. We're gonna do it even bigger this year because we learned from some of the technical stuff. I learned from the technical side of things as I handled the live stream. They're learning from the rules and stuff like that. We're going to make it faster, make it more gel well together. So it's going to be good. Reigning champ, Clemente will return. Picture on screen. So we're going to try to make sure that he doesn't do a two-pate because fuck that.
Hell no.
So it's going to be, I'm going to get hype. I'm going to be bringing up Smash or Pass in the podcast. So just bear with me. I'll also make sure I'll do some more live streams on Twitch. So that way I can start hyping it. So that way when we live stream on June, we get at least 50 views.
Why don't you tell the viewers what Smash or Pass is, just in case they don't know?
Oh, Smash Brothers tournament.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U tournament. Everyone's gonna be going. We got a singles bracket 1v1. We got a 2v2 bracket, and then our hope is because last year we did a 3v3 bracket. We're gonna try to do a 4v4 bracket as well. And so for all those that enter, money will be involved because you got to pay to get into the tournament, and then the winners of the brackets will get their share of the jackpot.
I might as well just go ahead and keep my money because I'm a winner.
Yeah, so there you go. Let's get into it, though. Let's get into topics. I'll go first.
All right.
So my topic. So we kind of fucked up. All right. So we just minutes ago, we were in the other Studio B, recording a Let's Play for Street Fighter V for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Now, I just checked the footage, and it's unusable.
Damn.
There's no audio. So we got to re-record the Let's Play. We're going to do that. So that probably comes this weekend coming up. It was supposed to already be up by the time this is up. But so yeah, we're gonna be doing a Let's Play Street Fighter 5. For the record, it's gonna go unaired, but I won that. That was the first of 5
cheated.
points. Damn.
You cheated.
I did a little bit. I kind of sort of knew a little bit before.
Since that was never going up, yeah, I won about 2. It was tough competition, but I got me 2
There you
wins.
go. Yeah, that's you got with
But
the
for the
clutch.
record, he lied. He took all L's.
All
Lost
L's.
All 10 matches.
Oh man, well we gonna see when the official one goes.
When the
up.
official one,
Yeah.
you got a chance at redemption, Daniel. But yeah, I put like a little on the card right here. Bam, right there. I put a card up. Street Fighter 2 Let's Play. Also, another card up for the Mortal Kombat Let's Play. We did a Mortal Kombat X Let's Play. The reason why I bring that up is because the topic is Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. So I want us to do a dissections, like which series is better. Now, before we get into that, let me just give you some parameters. All right. So first, I want to do the latest entries, both for the PlayStation 4. As a matter of fact, I should have had them like right here on the table so we can have them just for like sake of prettiness, but whatever. I didn't think that far ahead. But Street Fighter 5 for the PlayStation 4, Mortal Kombat 10 or Mortal Kombat X for the PlayStation 4. We're gonna do a side-by-side comparison
X.
as far which you like better, what's their strengths and weaknesses, and then we're gonna do the series overall from like the beginning, like from the Genesis and the Super Nintendo era. It's like if you consider all the entries in the series, like what has it the best? What did it the best? So I guess I'll start it off. For me, I want to start with Street Fighter 5 and Mortal Kombat X. I don't know. It's too early to call, especially since we just, like, Street Fighter 5 just came out. Like, literally, just barely came out. I got it yesterday. And during the Let's Play, it was my first time ever playing it. Like, PAX aside. I played it at PAX. But that was like an early build or whatever. So, going in there, I knew some of the things. And, like, I watched YouTube videos before, like, pre-release YouTube videos telling you some tech. Like how to the V trigger and stuff like that.
Right.
And like to tell you the truth, I
know he knew some shit. I know
like
he knew some
no.
shit. Yeah.
To tell you the truth, like about like the V skill and the V trigger, I knew all about that, but I didn't know what buttons to press, and I just learned the buttons for the first time, like while there. Like I just knew that it existed, and I knew from Street Fighter 4 how to do the super skill, like the Ryu Super Hadouken. It's the exact same way in Street Fighter 4, so all I did it again, and it worked. Right. So I wasn't like. It wasn't me just completely like, oh, I just memorized the old moves from the previous games, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, as far as Mortal Kombat goes, it's better. It's really good, and I like the fatalities. I like the gore. It's really fun, and it's like when this past Christmas, we were playing Mortal Kombat X with my brother, and then my mom was in the room watching us, and she was just busted out laughing with those fatalities. Those fatalities were like really funny as fuck.
Yeah, those fatalities are funny as hell, man. Yeah. I love them. Well, so okay, so are you? For me, it's too early to decide.
Yeah, it's too early to tell. They both have so many strengths and I don't know about the weaknesses, but strengths as far as everything going off them. Yeah. Those games are easily like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, like both of them. So it's like I'd have to get more into Street Fighter to figure it out, and I need to maybe like brush up on my Mortal Kombat.
See me, I'm already going with 5 Street Fighter.
What?
This quick, and the reason why is because I think Street Fighter, like just from playing it, just like that we just played from just now.
I put some footage, the footage that I can't use, I'll put that on screen.
Yeah, it's simple. It has this, it's real simple, but at the same time, it takes a whole lot of skill to play. I feel like going into Mortal Kombat X, which is a very good game as well, I think, you both, when you playing with 2 new guys with Mortal Kombat, it's not that fun because it's just like it's more, for me, I feel like it doesn't get really good until you both become better, but I think going into Street Fighter as a rookie, you still have a lot of fun. Like you could go at it, you know. I think it's more of a natural thing with Mortal Kombat. Like
Street Fighter has like a better ability for mashing, like mashing buttons.
Yeah,
you get more out of it than Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Exactly.
Whereas Mortal Kombat, you don't really get that much because
it's more about technique and doing the moves a certain way.
In Street Fighter, the moves are faster and quicker and more fluid. Versus Mortal Kombat, they're more slower and more intricate, more precise.
Right.
So whenever you mash buttons, you get to the point where you're left open to attack, and you get punished by somebody.
Right. Yeah.
Who knows what they're doing.
And that's why. But again.
Also, blocking sucks in Mortal Kombat. Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in Mortal Kombat, you have to hold the R2 button, like a PlayStation. You have to hold the button.
That's more convenient.
You have to
Right.
hold the block.
Yeah, then
no,
going
I'm
back.
just because I'm a Street Fighter guy. I guess maybe but
used to
I'm
the
used to
Street
holding
Fighter.
back to block, and I'm crouching down
But
to
see,
block.
the thing with me, I think, as far as the two new games, I'm going with Street Fighter. But if I had to go from the history of Mortal Kombat and the history of Street Fighter, I'm a Mortal Kombat guy.
Well, get the fuck out of here.
I love Mortal
shit.
Kombat. I'm a Mortal
Thank you, my
Kombat
brother.
guy. You know, listen, I
Ah.
love Mortal Kombat like my whole life. You know, it's just this Street Fighter, this this one that we just played. The graphics look badass. The moves are badass.
And the graphics look
It's-
badass on Mortal Kombat X.
I mean,
too.
it does. But
And they got fatalities.
Oh,
Street Fighter
man.
got fatalities?
Hell
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I mean, like that. I don't think that makes the game more fun to watch. I guess, but it doesn't
Yeah, it
do
does,
anything
yeah.
for the like gameplay or it's something that's extra, which is cool. But I think Street Fighter 5, this shit is badass, and I hope I'm not being biased because I just played that, But I just
think you
think,
are.
but I think it is though. I really think Street Fighter is more badass. But if I had to choose, like if it was like, all right, Mortal Kombat disappears forever, or Street Fighter disappear forever, which one you gonna choose?
Shit.
I'm gonna say Street Fighter gotta go. Mortal Kombat.
I'm gonna say
Make
the
your
opposite.
next game. Let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
say the opposite. Mortal Kombat's got to go with Street Fighter stays. But Daniel, what do you got? What do you got on this one?
I'm telling you, man, I'm going to have to stay 100.
Oh yeah.
Mortal Kombat all the way.
Oh hell nah.
Even out of Street
Okay.
Fighter 5.
Are you talking about
Mortal
the
Kombat?
series? Are you talking about the series as a whole, or Mortal Kombat X versus Street Fighter 5? Which one are you talking about? Because they're two different
Both.
topics. Oh damn!
Bro, I'm
What
telling you.
fuck?
I mean, Street Fighter is
Keep it
good,
100.
but like I said, like
You think he would?
Damn.
I don't know if you have to unlock more characters. Like you said, you just got it. But I mean, starting off, is there more characters in Mortal Kombat? Or is it about the same?
No, they're adding 4 more characters now to the roster. They're adding
what?
like
For
they're adding
Mortal
Alien.
Kombat,
They're
or-
adding Alien from Alien versus Predator. They're adding
And that's
Leatherface
just
from
badass
Texas
how they
Chainsaw
do- How
Massacre.
they adding these like
Yeah.
characters like Jason and
Yeah.
fucking that shit is
Predator.
tight, man.
So you have
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator in Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat X.
that's badass.
You're gonna have Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, my boy Leatherface.
Yeah, he's gonna be in it.
See, I'm telling you, see,
that
And
shit
you're gonna
is tight.
they have guest characters. they
Yeah,
have
guest
they have like the
But
see,
see,
the thing about Mortal Kombat.
But
the thing about,
I think Street Fighter gonna copy that soon.
no,
Who
see the thing
knows?
about like, they really can't because Street Fighter's owned by Capcom and they don't.
No,
really,
I mean when I say
Mortal-
copy that, I mean just adding like people that whoever they have the rights to add, and maybe add like a little extra.
Street Fighter's
something.
never done that.
No.
Yeah,
They
no,
can't.
but what if that
Mortal
be
Kombat
something
9,
new?
they had Freddy Krueger and Kratos
Yeah,
from God of War.
But remember, that was the first time. Mortal Kombat 9 was the first time they've ever done that.
Yeah.
But added like a extra
guest-
character.
a
Yeah.
guest character.
So they might do
they
something
have
new
more
down
freedom
the
to do that.
line.
No,
you know?
see, here's the thing though. Mortal Kombat is owned like the subsidiary, like Warner Brothers owns that studio.
the whole thing.
And
so
Warner
they can
Brothers,
add whoever.
yeah, they as a movie studio, like
Yeah.
where they have rights, especially like with Jason, he's like a WB property.
Right,
You know, they have
yeah.
access to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And also
ain't
WB
gonna lie,
owns DC Comics, and that's why they did Mortal Kombat versus DC Comics, and they
Yeah.
had
And then on Injustice they had
Sub-Zero, not Sub-Zero, no, Scorpion.
Scorpion, and yeah, that was tight.
yeah.
I mean, they got them beat in that aspect. Like in that aspect, they
you.
got them beat, man.
Overall,
That's
Mortal
badass.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm gonna put it this way. Look, here's why I break down. See, when I come from Street Fighter 2, and like I come from the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo days. We had Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. So here's the thing. The other day, me and Daniel played on the Sega Genesis the original Street Fighter and the Mortal Kombat trilogy 1, 2, and 3. Now, here's the thing. Street Fighter was way funner to play than Mortal Kombat was, because early out the gate, Mortal Kombat's fighting mechanics were really clunky and they weren't fluid and they kind of sucked. All you do is uppercut and then back crouch kick thing. That's all you do.
Yeah.
And like the fatalities were also hard to execute. They weren't easy like they are now.
Hell no. Super hard.
And so even when I had like the moves in front of me, like the piece of paper with all like here's like dead like back down blah blah blah, like I still messed up the inputs and stuff like that. And so the finishes weren't cool. It took me like 5 rounds before I can finally do the Sub-Zero fatality where I pulled in my skull out the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And so for me, Mortal Kombat kind of like sucked because it was slow and clunky, and the moves weren't just like that good. Like there were really weird button inputs, like back forward. And that's like that was a rating like slide thing.
Yeah.
Like they versus like the Street Fighter got it right with the quarter circle forward kind of thing. And
Yeah.
I just, for me, like Street Fighter was just, it was a perfectly balanced game. Like in terms of like the characters like Ryu, Chun-Li, and Ken, like you can play any character, and as long as you master that character, you're a badass. It was a balanced game. It was fluid. It was fun. And our Let's Play of Street Fighter 2 on this YouTube channel has more views than our Mortal Kombat Let's Play. Because it was funner to record. It was funner to watch, and it was on fire. It was popping, and it was like those moments. Like it was like damn, it was popping. Yeah, like there was a lot of that. And versus Mortal Kombat, like especially early at the gate, and especially when it went to 3D, like Mortal Kombat 4, 5, and stuff like that, it was like really clunky, and it didn't have a really good transition to 3D. Versus Street Fighter never went 3D, and it's still 2D even at PlayStation for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 9, they went back to 2D and stuff like that. They basically fine tuned it and used a lot of their combos into Mortal Kombat, but not all of them, but just some of them. They kind of like they did that. And as far as combos go, Mortal Kombat has like a thing where like their combos is about you juggling a character in the air and keep them juggled like and keep them from touching the ground and just kind of like hacky sacking them.
Yeah, that's kind of not fair.
That's their combo system. Versus Street Fighter's combo system is not about that. It's about like
going toe to toe,
but going toe to toe and not letting up, putting that pressure on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think for me, like in terms of like fighting mechanics, Street Fighter's got it. It's had it right from the beginning out the gate, and it still does.
Yeah.
I think for like a skilled fighter, Street Fighter is the way to go. I think Mortal Kombat is something you play with your friends, just to have fun and just watch some cool brutalities and fatalities and shit like that, and fucking teabag and shit like that. I think it's fun just to, because you want to make sure that they feel that dick up their ass when you fucking like shove their, you shove their face into a spinning saw blade in the ground and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or you fucking put the rock and shit like that between them and then just crush them and stuff like that.
I see what you're saying, but I just feel like Street Fighter has always been the same since beginning.
Right.
Because they got it right.
I do feel like they
like
don't really add nothing new when you get in Street Fighter.
Same moves, same everything. Just
right. That's
better
I agree with that. Like
Kombat,
most of the Street Fighters that I've played, most of the Street Fighter games I played, I usually don't know the difference as far as like, you know, what new that
it's a strength and a weakness.
You know, yeah. Well, I mean, that's always a good thing. If something's good in the beginning, you don't have to like change.
Don't fix what's not broken.
Right. But at the same time, if you're gonna buy something new, you want a new experience as well. You know, I do admit this Street Fighter 5, I feel new shit. Like it feels a bit different. It's new. It's a different kind of gameplay. It's pretty cool, and you know.
Yeah, because like with Street Fighter 4, they had like an ultra meter, which is like rage. So if you get hit, you get the ultra combo. Mm-hmm. And then they took that away and they replaced it with a V skill, which was basically like a skill that's specific to every character. Every character has a V skill. Yeah. And there's a thing called the V trigger, which is when you like light up and shit, and everybody has a different V trigger. Oh, okay. And so they basically took that away and then just kind of like fine tune it and make these the new mechanics based off of the V skill, which is actually really good. And that's why I was kind of sort of like using it a little bit, but not that well in the Let's Play. Yeah. But we're gonna have to redo that, so it doesn't matter. But either way,
because he already knew some shit.
Every Street Fighter from 2, 3, and 4, 5.
Now he gonna get to get practice before when we play till next time.
So yeah, they do something. It's very good, and I think that for me, I think as far as like if one series had to go, I think Mortal Kombat has to go because Street Fighter is just this finely tuned, well-oiled machine. Yeah. And as far as the new games, the new generation with Street Fighter 5 and Mortal Kombat X, I'm not gonna say less is more kind of thing, but like quantity over quality, you know. But that's I guess the series as a whole. These two games are really well balanced, and they're both competitive fighters, and they've kind of like one-upped each other in certain ways. And graphics, I'm gonna have to give it to Mortal Kombat X personally, but they have a style, Street Fighter, which is good. It's like an anime kind of style, but I just love the fun. I guess I just have fun with Mortal Kombat. I don't know. It's
well, I mean, I know where you're coming from, but I respectfully disagree. But as far as you know. But I know where you coming from, though. Both of these games are really good games, where to the point where I could understand someone going both sides. You know, it's not like I don't think.
And don't get me wrong,
like
I'm not gonna leave Mortal Kombat X for Street Fighter 5. I'm gonna play both games. Don't get me wrong, I love both series, and I just think that overall,
I can't wait for the Mortal Kombat movie.
The quality is at Street Fighter. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I just know if Mortal Kombat characters got into a fight with Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat's hell,
I can't argue with that.
They spear them, like just throw a spear at their face.
Dominate their ass. Yeah, it's
split them in half.
They're gonna dominate.
What's the Mortal Kombat on PS2?
Deadly Alliance, Armageddon.
They had a few of them.
They had a couple, yeah.
Bro, because one of them went off. I forgot which one. It's been so long. Yeah. Where they had like Smoke and like all these other characters. There was like a roster of like 20 plus.
But that's the thing, though. But if you think about those Mortal Kombats from the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 generations, playing them now, they don't age well. Versus the Street Fighter from that generation, since they kept it at Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 3, they still age well, and you could still play them competitively to this day. Especially Street Fighter 2, Sega Genesis. It's still competitive to this day. And that's what I'm saying. Like, longevity wise, Street Fighter has it because they never fucked it up.
Right.
And and versus Mortal Kombat, I played Mortal Kombat 4 Gold on the Dreamcast about a year ago, just trying to revisit it, and it was clunky as fuck. It just kind of sucked, and it was ugly. Like it's really really bad 3D. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Like I said, for me, the series as a whole, Street Fighter, the new ones, I'm just gonna give it a tie. Fuck it, just call it a tie. For me, I can't choose.
2 out of 3, you lose.
I lose.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing else to add, Daniel, for as far as the new games or whatever.
I'm good on that.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. So, Troy, you're up.
All right, my topic is gonna be really controversial. It's about the most overrated villain of all time. And before I say who this villain is, I want to say that I think this is a good villain. Just because I feel like he's overrated doesn't mean I don't like the villain. I like the villain a lot. I just feel like he's the most overrated villain of all time.
All right, who do you got?
And that villain would be Darth Vader from Star Wars.
Yes,
yeah, I think.
Get the fuck.
I know. I'm gonna get it, but yeah. I think he's the most overrated villain of all time, because people put him in the category of just the most menacing villain, just badass
but if
villain.
you completely take away 1, 2, and 3 from the equation, just pretend they don't exist.
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6, he is a pretty badass villain.
No, he's worse. And yeah, 4, 5, yeah, exactly. But no, them was the ones that make me say he's a good villain.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, and that's what the ones I'm talking about. I'm not talking about when he was weak ass Anakin Skywalker. Right. No,
you're talking about 4, 5, and 6 then.
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6.
You're still saying just 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah,
he's still overrated.
Still overrated. Exactly.
Damn.
And the reason why I say that is because, I think good villains usually have a lot more to who that what they're trying to accomplish, and more of a backstory as far as their soul, who they are. You still they have a real good reason to what they're doing, and you kind of understand them, even though you feel like they're wrong. You kind of understand the villain, and you okay, this villain he doing some fucked up shit, but damn, I kind of get it, or some shit, But Darth Vader, besides him walking around looking menacing, what the fuck does he works under? What kind of a badass villain got a master in the Emperor? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? No. And then secondly, he doesn't really do shit. He was a badass. He does badass shit. But as far as his purpose, and what he's driving to do, I just don't feel like it was, I look at other villains like the Joker in The Dark Knight, or I look at villains like Loki, or Bane, villains that had a purpose, and you really damn, these dudes are really acting. They all could have won Oscars for how good their performance was. Vader, he walking around, I am your father, and this, that, and the third, but it's it's not, it didn't really I didn't look at this villain if I see his ass, I'm gonna be scared. I'm just look at it okay, he's pretty cool, but
No, he is pretty menacing. He was a straight up choking nigga like that.
I mean, yeah, he was. He was choking. He was choking.
No, because here's the thing. With Darth Vader, he was a guy that just didn't give a fuck. He would just fucking run that shit.
But why would he let what kind of a badass have a what Emperor Palpatine? What's that called? When Vader, he's the
apprentice.
Yeah,
and he's the master.
Yeah, he's the master. What
it's
badass?
It's always the rule of 2.
Yeah, but no, usually, I've read that Darth Vader been planning to overthrow him.
Yeah.
But it's
but that's the whole purpose of the rule of 2. The rule of 2 is that there's always
one, and then
there always is a master and
apprentice. Yeah.
And the apprentice is supposed to overthrow the master.
Yeah, exactly. But if he was the apprentice for years, you couldn't come up with a way to take this motherfucker out and be number 1. And then on top of that, if you go back to A New Hope, the guy that was in the one guy was bossing Vader ass around. He was in charge of Vader. Remember when Vader was choking him?
Yeah.
And he was like, Vader, enough, release him. He was like, as you wish. And I'm like, hell no. This some guy that's like the fucking
general,
the general of the Death Star or whatever. You let him punk you? Like, I mean, like, have say in what you do. You know, I do feel like he became more of a badass in the second one, and I do think he's a good villain overall. I just wouldn't put him, you know.
You just think he was overrated.
Yeah, he's labeled right now as like the best villain of all time. You know, people put him in that category as like one of the best villains of all time, and I don't put him in that category. Like, I feel like he's a good villain. Like, you know, you watch average movie, and then you watch that whole, and they be like, okay, he was a good villain. That's how I feel about Darth Vader. I don't watch that whole like, damn, this nigga was the fucking scariest villain. I'd just be like, you know?
Well, I mean, Empire, he really was. Like, especially when he's storming with the
no,
stormtroopers
like,
and like
Empire is when he had his most moments. Like, he was a badass in Empire. But I feel like at the end of Return of the Jedi, where he was and throw the Empire down. I didn't really like. Some of the shit I just wasn't feeling.
Well, especially because in that one he was being redeemed. I mean,
yeah, he was being redeemed, but I mean, just the way he redeemed himself, like, it would have been better if like he just said fuck it and just sliced the Emperor Palpatine in half or some shit like that with the thing. But he was just like, no,
he didn't say no. He didn't say no.
Yeah,
the Emperor said no.
No, Vader. Vader said no before, like right before as he was shocking him, he said. No.
I don't remember him saying no. I remember him just being silent.
Y'all know.
I just remember him being silent and just doing it.
No, he does. I think in the original version he just did it, but I think George Lucas added some fuckery to it, yeah, and made it worse. But yeah, I just think I don't put him in that category. Like, if you say the Joker from The Dark Knight.
I was actually gonna say
he's not even like, to me. He's not even close.
I was gonna say that.
He's not even close. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen The Dark Knight?
Your topic is the most overrated villain. I'm gonna say the Joker.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Now I'm gonna preface this by saying Heath Ledger's acting deserved the Oscar. He was a fucking badass actor. Badass performance. Probably the best thing about the movie. But here's the thing. As a villain overall, the Joker comes from a time like long past. All right, here's the thing, and you know what? As a preface is that I did read a post on Facebook where it said explain how Joker was the hero in his story. That was actually pretty legit, but they didn't really make that overtly clear in the movie itself. A good villain is the hero of his own story. So when I say that, I'm thinking like Magneto in X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past, when he was talking to Xavier in that plane. He's like, no, you left us. It's like that kind of intensity where he's like, he feels like he is right. And you know why he thinks he's right, because they showed it. Whereas the Joker, as a villain, he comes from a time when, like, especially like in comic books and like kids things, is like, I am the villain and I'm the villain for the sake of being a villain. Like twirly like mustache. The Joker kind of plays into that part where he's evil for the sake of being evil, and that's, for me, is not a well-written character.
Well, the reason why I disagree for two reasons, actually. For the first reason is he sort of did have a reason, because he was like, he basically
But they didn't make it clear in the movie, though.
Well, I mean,
somebody broke it down in a paper and an essay that I read online.
Yeah, but
that was years after the fact.
I think it was clear, but I think you just really have to pay attention to the movie per se to like really understand it. But
Daniel, what do you think? Come on,
but to be said, I agree with you on that. With anybody except for the Joker, and the only reason why is because he's a psychopath.
Right.
Like, a psychopath doesn't think. He just does shit. Like he even said in the movie. Yeah, exactly. And I swear I didn't say that to quote him, but literally he said that in the movie. He just does things because he's crazy. There is no moral censor with him. There's nothing. He doesn't love anybody. He doesn't care. He never once was good. He's just crazy. And that's what makes him badass, because he's blowing up shit. You don't know what he's gonna do next, because there's no way you can, predict anything from a crazy person, and that's why it makes me like, that's what made him so cool, because like, you just don't know what he's gonna do. You don't know why he's doing it. He's still, with all of that, he's still smart as far as planning out shit, blowing motherfuckers up, knowing how to kill people.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking away from the fact that I like the movie and I love the Joker in the movie. I'm just saying that he just comes from a time where I'm a villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just
get it.
saying. And as far as villains these days, like the villains that you see from back in the day, they've been since adapted and changed. Like the Penguin has changed, like Mr. Freeze has changed. Like they're not the same villains that when they first started. They
That's
were
good
adapted
they
and
changed
changed and
Penguin,
rewritten. The Joker wasn't rewritten, is what I'm saying. It's for me
because he
like,
don't need to be. He was probably the only villain. The reason why he wasn't rewritten because he was the only one that was like, okay, he doesn't need to be. He's crazy. Like we don't need to make him be in love. We don't need to make him have a real reason for doing shit. He's crazy, you know. So.
Yeah, well, that's my 2 cents. Daniel,
what do you think about?
What do you think about either of us, or if you want to throw at your villain that you think is overrated? What do you think of the Joker? Let's start with that.
I was about to say, I hope we ain't talking about Star Wars
He has not.
Yeah, you haven't seen Star Wars.
He has not seen him, but so I know you can't touch that one.
As far as the Joker, or what is your like favorite villain
that you think is overrated?
And what do you think about the Joker?
All right, yeah, let's start with the Joker.
I would have to agree with him on that one.
Troy?
No.
Me?
Yep, Mr. Lewis.
Oh shit! Finally, I get somebody to back me up.
I want to hear this bullshit.
All right, what do you think? What do you think about this?
Like you were saying, I feel like you have to have a purpose in order for doing any kind of crime. You can't just do it just to do it.
Here's the thing.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Just to back it up. Okay, think about Superman and Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, even though he's the villain, he thinks he's doing it to save humanity. He thinks that Superman as a god there cannot be a perfect man. He genuinely believes that what he's doing is the right thing. He's doing it for the better of humanity.
Right.
The Joker, as far as the Batman's villain, like, he's not like. There's no direct foil. Bane is more of a direct foil to Batman than the Joker is. But
see, he is doing in his.
As far as you know what I'm talking about. As far as comparisons.
Yeah, right. No, I feel like in his own twisted way, he's doing it for a reason, and his reason is to make other people suffer. That's what he enjoys in life, is to make other people.
Some people like to see
suffer.
the world burn.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing that I brought from that's another thing that was in the Dark Knight Rises. Like you said, some people just enjoy that, you know, and that's what he does. Like he wants to see people crying. He wants to see people suffer. You know, and that in his own sick and twisted way.
What else? What else? I started to cut you off, but you were going. Continue on your chain of thought. Daniel.
I done lost it.
You agreed with me, and you were saying
who is overrated though? Who you think at any villain that you felt like is just overrated?
Like, man, people give him too much credit.
Hell yeah.
Like, what do you think? Come on.
Damn, y'all put me on the spot.
Well, you were literally while we were talking, you didn't think in the back of your mind, who's my villain? Shit.
See, the thing is, once you see, I think if you see Star Wars, you'll see what I'm talking about when it comes to Vader. You know,
but you also have to remember that movie was made in '77 and '80.
Yeah, but I don't.
Villains were written differently back then.
Yeah, but I mean, if you go to watch Superman Returns, Zod, he was a badass, and that came out around that time.
Also evil for the sake of being evil.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Also back then, but now in the new Man of Steel, they've given him a reason to make.
Yeah,
he's like, everything I do it for my
people. Yeah, and then he was just
again adaptation people.
Yeah, no, I get it on that, but I still felt like Zod, at least in the old one, like he was cool. At least, well, and Vader was cool too, but I just feel like, you know, just because something is old doesn't mean it's dated. You know what I mean? Not necessarily.
So not necessarily, but it can.
Yeah, it can be dated. Like a lot of the Star Trek shit, when I watch it, like I be like, this shit is dated. But some shit doesn't. Some shit don't just go out of date like that. Some shit just so good that it lasts.
Timeless.
You know? Yeah. So, I mean, that was my topic. That's just my 2 cents I want to throw in there. That I think Vader, as good as a villain he is, and I like Darth Vader.
And I like the Joker too.
I just think no, you don't. But I just think no bullshit. But I think he is. I think yeah. But I do think Vader is overrated though. I think he's overrated. But he's a badass. He's just overrated.
All right. Anything else to add? Closing thoughts, Daniel, before we end the show? No, Daniel.
You're wrong. He's right. We ended like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been another episode of the Musing with Menchaca show. So I'm sorry for shortchanging you. Typically, we do 4 topics, but Daniel, being the rookie here, didn't have a topic. It's cool.
I'll have one next time.
2 topics. Hey. It's a 2-topic show, kind of show this time around.
But shit, our topics went so damn long. It's good we only had 2.
Let me take a look. No, we did 20 minutes on the first topic, 15 minutes on the second topic.
Oh, okay.
It's not that bad. It was a short show. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, share us with your friends, and subscribe for more content. I'm your host, Luis Menchaca. Let's see here.
Follow me, Bracy Troy 21 on Twitter. Check out my YouTube channel at Troy Bracy.
Link in the description.
Yes, sir.
We did a collab video, the crossover video.
Oh yeah, you'll see that collab video we did some months back.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Check it out.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
Watch that when we're done with this.
I follow Daniel at DanDano777.
Yes, sir. You finally got it right.
Oh shit! All right, let's see here. BoomChakalaka4@gmail.com. Gamer tags Chakalaka88. Thank you very much, audience, for making us a part of your day. Thank you very much, panel, Daniel and Troy, for helping me out on this podcast and being a part of it.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Louis, signing out.